Hello everybody, are we live and then we're in color? How is everybody doing today? Making sure the volume is up and running like it should be. I hope everybody's had a good day. I hope you're all happy today. I didn't know that Corio was live. Well, I'm live. So, who's here? I see that 3 people are here. Hi Kim T. Hi Victoria. How are you guys? 3 people are here. Hi Kim. Hold on, I gotta turn off the volume on my phone, on my computer. Hi Robin, how are you? How is everybody doing? We're coloring in Mermaid Legends. Today, I actually wanted, guys, before we start coloring, I gotta I gotta announce some stuff before we come. So from September 27th to October 4th, I am away in California. I come back on the 4th, but only thing when I come back on the 4th, I'm going to get very little sleep because I'm only going to get like maybe 4 or 5, maybe even 3 hours of sleep because from October 4th to October 7th is New York City Comic Con. So I filmed 2 videos today, 2 color and chats today from Epic Journeys. So you guys will be seeing that video. I will not be streaming during those days because I'm in California visiting my brother and his family. So those are some things that I have to have some housekeeping with. So you guys will be getting color and chat videos. You will not be getting lives because there's no way that I can do lives while I'm away. So I just want to let you guys know that. So I'm going to turn the thing around, guys, so you guys, because I'm going to have to color this. So I did some, did my, I filmed some other stuff too today, so got to be able to see what I'm doing. So, oh, I'm not going just yet. It's September 27th to the October 4th, and then I have New York City Comic Con, so it's going to be like boom, 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 boom. It's going to be, let's see how crazy my schedule will be. So, we're going to be using Tombow irritants today. I seem to have a love affair with these pencils as of late. Oh no. Because the pencil's getting short, it's getting harder to sharpen it. Don't worry. So this color is Equatorial Orange in the Tombow irritants. So we're coloring the fish orange. Some of you guessed I'm keeping with the theme of the fish being orange. I don't know if I want a background for this picture because there's so much detail in this picture. I wish I could pinch the thing like I do on my phone. Does anybody know how people zoom in with their camera? Because I know somebody was able to do it like... Hold on. Oh. Okay, guys, I figured out how to do it. So you guys can see what I'm doing with the fish. So Do you think that I should do a background on this picture or not really? This is going to be purple and red. I already know that this fish is going to be purple and red. And what this fish is some of you may not know what this fish is. It is a Japanese. It's okay, Robin. I'm just going to zoom back up, guys. I figured out how to zoom back out of my camera. So we're going to do this little fish in purple and red. It's not letting me do it. Hold on. Someone was able to say to me, just pinch it. It won't let me pinch it. Oh no, when I did that, I screwed up the tripod. This is what happens when you go live. I can't pinch it. I'm gonna have to work on learning how to pinch it. I don't know how I did it last time because I didn't know how. I managed somehow to do this in pinch form. Friends did it with the zoom button. We're gonna have to learn how to do this. What you want to do, you can't always do it. No, I don't have enough in that pan to do it. Not enough. These pens I don't have refills up, so that's why it's not enough. Ooh. What do you mean, try my other hand? Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kim, for that. That helped tremendously. So this way we can learn how to zoom in. I'm not perfect, guys, by any means. So we can thank Kim. These fish are Japanese fighting fish. You know, when I was younger, my father loved to collect fish, like all kinds of fish. And I remember one year, he got a Japanese fighting fish. Now, normally, Japanese fighting fish, and I know this for a fact, they are mostly solitary creatures except when they want to mate. So when they want to mate, they find a mate. And what happens is after they mate, you have to keep them separate because they like to fight other fish. They like to, you know. So my father managed to have one. And they laid the eggs, but they died. So it was, you know, not a good thing. That they died. My father was very heartbroken when they died because he had been, when the babies died, because he had been, you know, harvesting and doing all this work for, you know, cleaning the tank, keeping everything clean so that the babies would have a sterile environment. So, you know, That's how come I know what this fish is and what it looks like, because I had him growing up. And this is a Sakura jelly roll. So, anybody, you know, I know what this fish is. I do. Some gel pens are better than others, and some are not as. Robin. You know, the thing with me and gel pens, they have to be nice. Have a good flow. Only sometimes, you know, with some of the gel pens, when they start to run at low, they don't work as well. At least that's the way that I've always seen it. So, I like it. But this picture, oh guys, by the way, the author of this book is now, she is now selling these books on her website as PDFs. So when you go to her website, you can do that. No, we're on a little earlier than normal, but I was actually filming from, so this way guys, when I am on vacation, you'll have content. And it will be color and chat videos, so I don't want you guys to feel like I didn't leave you with no content. I've already filmed 2 videos. They're very short videos. They're about, one video is 37 minutes, the other video is about 23 minutes. Hi Sharon. We're coloring that back out of Mermaid Legends. The only thing that I don't like about gel pens, Robin, is sometimes when you take a photo, the glitter doesn't show in the camera. Oh, that's nice to have family. I'm going to be visiting family from, Sharon, you probably missed this, but I'm going to be going away from September 27th, and my plane returns October 4th. But we don't land in New York City till 1 a.m., and then I've got Comic-Con in the morning. So I'm probably not going to get much sleep when I come home, so because I'm going right, I'll sleep for a little while and then get dressed and go right to Comic-Con. So it's going to be very different for me. I'm going to make the purple there. Jelly rolls are nice, but the thing is you have to replace them if they run out of ink. Like anything else, you know? I will. You know, I have not seen my my niece, and she's turning about... That's okay, Victoria. You know, we all have things to do. You know, we all have real lives. You know, now this color is Lupine, and it's from the thing. Look how nice the Moped sharpens the Tombow irritants. So now I'm going to put purple here. And these are very muted colors, guys. The tombos are more muted than anything else, but I like them because you can layer on these and not feel bad about how you layer on these. Hello, Selena. How are you? I did watch American Horror Story, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was very well written, guys. So who here watches American Horror Story in the room? Hi, Charlotte. How are you? Then we're gonna do dark red. No, we need a dark purple, a dark bluish purple. And this color is Iris Violet. You didn't watch Murder House? Victoria, it's not called Ghost House, Murder House. You really have to go back and watch Murder House because that kind of explains the background of that character that came in at the end of American Horror Story, the first episode of this one. They have the first season on Netflix. That explains his background a little bit. Those don't hit Hulu. Those hit Netflix, but those don't hit Hulu. Selena. Kim, if you're having problems buffering, you go to the bottom of your screen where the little guide says gear, then you go up to 720. And you can binge it. And these are tombos that I'm using. Kenneth, did you like the book that you got? I hope you did. I want everybody to enjoy what they got. And this is Orchid Pink. You did? Then refresh and see if you can do it that way. Because sometimes, you know, it's the refresh. It's not buffering on my end because I'm right by my computer. And we gotta thank Kim Key because she did a really good job helping, you know, helping us with the buffering. Never tried this color. This is called Sea Fog. I've never tried this color. This Moped sharpener that I got from the palette fill box, guys, it really works well on the thinner pencils. And what I mean by thinner pencils is things like Prismas and Tombows. It works really well. I figured that's what you meant, works in progress. Plastic pink. I think it's like, because there's so many tiny little details still to do. Because we got all these tiny little details in the front. I want you guys to actually see what I'm doing. Thank you, Sharon. It's going to be a really pretty picture when it's done. I'm going to make this fish red. Don't worry, guys. I got another jelly roll. You can always, the jelly rolls last a really long time. Like, if you have a chance to get Sakura jelly rolls, get them. I bought them individually. So, you know, I'm wondering if we even need a background with this picture because it's so detailed. The polys are nice, but keep in mind that they are a harder pencil. And you know, I tell people who are heavier handed, go for polys. If you can afford it. If you are a heavy handed person and can't afford polys, my recommendations are Deli colored pencils or teasers. Because they're not a lot of money and they're really good for people who are heavy handed. I'm thinking it doesn't need a background, Charlotte, either, because there's just so much to do in this picture. I've seen people do backgrounds in this picture. You know, everybody's going to do something different when they color in a book. I've never seen two people do a picture exactly the same unless they were doing a color along. Thank you. Sometimes, you know, when you go and do gel pens, you see sometimes you've left a little bit of a white space. I don't like leaving white spaces. So sometimes that's why you see colorists go back over certain areas that you think they colored in, that they realize that there's something wrong with the content. Those are nice as a starter set, Victoria. I'll tell you that right now. Those Staedtler ones are really nice as a starter set. I don't have a Ross. I don't have an Ollie's. I know what they are, Victoria. So, but I don't have those. Like where I live, so it's gonna be a little bit different for me than other people. Okay, take care, Zucchini. You know, I have more like Michael's Dicks. This is an orange glitter pen from the Gel Writer set. These Gel Writer pens are nice, but I wouldn't get them again. Because I got them on a special deal at Michael's, but I wouldn't get them again. I would go for either the Color It or the Super Doodles if when I run out of these Gel Writer pens, I'm probably going to get a Color It gel pen set, or I'm going to get the Super Doodles because I want to test out those Super Doodles that Anne had a while back. And remember, guys, you can color the corals, these things, anything you want. Only thing, Candy, I wish they would sell refills for the Gel Writer pens because there's such lovely bold colors in them. That's the only thing that I wish they would sell them in. Because they have lovely glitter in them. The glitter, the only thing is I wish they would sell them as refills because then... Oh no. See, these are not popping like they should be. And they're resisting me. This pen is resisting me. Sometimes the pens have I have a few of those. Those are called like swirl pens. In most glitter things, they're called swirl pens. See, I have the Tammet, I have the Artesers, and I have Gel Writer pens, so. But you know, for me, I find that every pencil is different. Every gel. You know, everybody's going to want something different when they do gel pens. Now I wish I had my little thing for the, now I wish I had my, Because sometimes my gel writers don't work as well as they should for certain pencils. This is a tan knit pens. We're going for, this is C08 in the tan knit. And recently the author came out with PDF versions of these books, so they're like $13, guys, if you want the PDF versions of these books, which for some people, they like having the PDF versions to print out whatever pictures they want and on whatever paper they want. See, I like these gel pens a little bit better than the gel writers because they flow a little bit better. I don't even put things in order anymore. I just put them back and then pray to God I know what I'm doing when I use the color again. P02. This is called P02. It's the Tamnet gel pen. This is the only problem sometimes, putting them back in the case. Looking for blues. I want to add some blue to the color. I want to add some blues. Hi, Kathy. I want to add some blues to this. Hello, Kathy. How are you? And this color is called GN09. You know, the one thing I want is a full set of Holbeins, but I'm gonna wait. You know, when I get them, I get them. If I don't get them, I don't get them. You know, it's not the end of the world if I don't get them. I want you guys to see what I'm doing. That's why it's why the rest of the picture isn't showing up, but I want to show you this. They're very expensive. You know, Charlotte, I think when they make them for the States, what they're going to do is lower the price. But the price point, I think, is part of the issue with why they're so much money. Not to say that they're wrong for charging what they're charging. I just think that they're justified in charging whatever they want right now. DO2. So I want to ask Victoria, how did she feel after yesterday and doing her first live stream? Victoria went live for the first time, guys. And we had a lot of fun last night, didn't we, Victoria? I had a lot of fun. I mean, I had a really nice time at your stream. Next color, N15. It was a fun time. I loved what you decided to color. You did a nice job with your polys on that gray skin. Next color, P05. I think this is pastel. I think the P means pastels, if I'm not mistaken. So you know, and plus you can always watch them back. You know, don't feel bad about when you miss somebody's stream, because I'm going to tell you this right now, guys. I miss a lot of people's streams because I work during the week. So, you know, one way you can support people when you're watching live streams is super chat, coffee, There are a lot of different ways to support the colorist that you like. And this color is N04. I really do like my pinks and reds. And purples. For some reason, my Tammet gel pens are working so much better on this paper. Sorry guys, we gotta move some of this stuff. I gotta move some of this stuff over so you can see what I'm doing. My Tammet gel pens are working a hell lot. Are working much better. You know, live streams, they're really fun to watch, but I can't watch everyone. And so, I try to watch what I can and do what I can. Because you know what, we all know that we all have lives, that we're not, some of us have jobs, some of us have things that P08. The other thing I would say to people is, that's a nice color. Whatever this is, what is this? P08. We're not always going to be perfect. And I got nothing new this week. So I'm charging my camera actually at the moment because whenever you film videos, you're going to use up the battery, so. Back to the gel writer pen. I don't do that. See, what I like here about this is nothing went back to the back side of the paper. And if you guys look, that's gonna lighten up the picture. So you guys can see just how much we've done just with the little details. This picture has been really nice to do, and it's also challenging to do in a way because it's not as easy as people think it is to do a picture with a lot of fibbly bobs. Sometimes I have to use a piece of paper to see what's going on with the gel pens because sometimes they come out. Bye, Kenneth. Hope to see you next time. No problem, Kenneth. Oh no. What just happened? My hand. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm still learning how to go close with my thing. So I apologize to anybody watching this back and they don't. I like to put stuff back where I find it when I do it. Putting back my pencils is very important to me so I know what I need, and now I can't find this little orange spot. Where did this orange pencil come from? I know it came from the pencils, but there's no empty slot. So we'll put it over here, and then when we figure out where the empty, we'll put it in the empty slot. Very interesting, there's no empty spot for that. One of those things that's a mystery in life. With my pencils, I can never find where I put things. Ooh, orange. Hi, Joan. How are you? Bye, Charlotte. Have a nice conversation with your son. These have a really nice flow. I'm not struggling with the flow of them at all. I like coming on here earlier. Guys, I'm going to turn on my fan. It's getting a little hot and muggy in the room because I'm just having a... getting too hot. Starting to have problems. So I need the heat. Fine liner. I like to add in a little bit of blue. Just to make the color pop a little bit. As you guys can tell, I have a lot of colors. I try to keep everything organized when I color, because most times I am not an organized colorist. This isn't even fast, Diane. I've seen people move much faster than me. You know who amazes me, who does super fast coloring, is, what's her name? Chris Chang does those colors so fast. They do an amazing job with their hands. This is N12. You know, Diane, the thing about me is that I have what's called carpal tunnel syndrome, so it mostly happens when I type or I'm typing a lot. I find that I get it more when it's tax season. I didn't have it too bad this year because I did a lot more scanning this year. I guess my boss wanted to save my hand more so than in previous years. Now I guess we're going into the metallics. And this is M08. Well, Kathy, this page, I don't really like that. That's too dark. But it's okay if we have one dark piece that we don't. I was wondering, who's Sheldon? Okay, if we have one piece we don't like. I'm not really that fast because there are people who color so much faster than me. Like Chris Chang is one that's really fast. Sorry guys, I want to show you. A little bit more of what we're doing. And this is GN05 Tamnet. I think if we're really lucky, guys, we will finish this picture today. If we are lucky and the gods deem us worthy to fix this. Sometimes I don't put back my pens in order, which I'm perfectly okay with. This color is GN02. Oh, I like that. So what books does everybody like to color in right now? What is everybody coloring in? I always like to know what people are preferring to color in because it's always fun to see what different books are out there. Just looking for the next color, guys. I have lots of colors here. Then I have P10. You know, sometimes you're like that. You get a book that you haven't gotten out in a while. Because you feel the itch. Like lately, I've been coloring in Ivy and the Butterfly, but the problem with that book is that every picture takes so long to color, and then I run out of the mood, and then I forget, oh, what colors am I using? So for that book, I have to be in the mood to color it. Now, some books you're like, oh, you have no problem coloring it. Then other books are like, you're like, ugh. You know, we all have books that we love to color from. I chose this picture because it was going to be a picture that we were going to work on for a long time, and I thought it would be a good picture to do. And something that I wouldn't bore of easily. Now I'm going to take purple. Stay the fine liner. I love faces, but that's where we're different. But that's okay, you know, different people are gonna like different things. Now this one is salmon pink, and this is from my Holbein pastels. I do want the full set of Holbeins, but I just can't afford them right now, so. Is that like a scripture one? Kathy, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that like a Bible scripture one? This color is called Wisteria. Thank you. It's my first time. You know, I'm not really used to zooming with my phone. I'm used to zooming with my camera, the one that I use to do the color and chats and the flip throughs. I can zoom very easily on that one because I know how to do it, but this one is a little bit more of a challenge for me to do. We haven't done any green in a while, so I'm like looking here and I'm like not seeing any green. I meant to ask that too. I wasn't feeling well earlier today, but now that I know what's going on, well, I should say I woke up with it, but that's a different thing. But now that I know what's going on with my body, I can fix, you know, I can take the steps. I'm having a problem at night sleeping. I can't get my head high enough no matter how fluffy my pillows are, no matter how I position myself. So my problem is different. I'm just having a hard time with the positioning of my head when I sleep. So sometimes I have to take sleep medicine just to get myself to be sleeping. This one is just plain old pink. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna zoom in. No, I want it back. Oh no. Okay, I guess that's gonna be, suppose we're gonna do it. So then we'll finish off the rest of this with pen. Let's do yellow and green. I want to do something in yellow and green. This color is called lettuce green. Hello Katrina, how are you? How long have we been going? Ooh, we've been going an hour. A lot longer than I thought. You know, time flies when you're not even realizing it. And you know, guys, you don't always have to go on script. You can go off script with your colors. See, that's what I love about coloring, because there's no right or wrong way. Different people have different visions of doing things. So, I'm just saying that. Oh, Moped does a nice job with sharpening the holbeins. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 little fiddly bits to color, and then we're going to be, I think, done with this project. I'm going to put this back where they are. Everybody knows what I'm taking out next to finish up the project. This is Deco Peach. And this is Prismacolor. This is Process Red. This is Clay Rose. Now, if you go light with this, it comes out really nice. As I learned in Botanicum, I did a picture this morning. I finished a picture this morning using Clay Rose as the dirt. So if you go light with some of these colors and don't go full force with them, they come out really pretty. Next up, we're going to use Gray Lavender. Okay guys, I think we are officially done with this picture. So, let's zoom this picture. I want to zoom this picture more out than it is. Oh no. So we have finished the picture. I may have to raise up the tripod, guys, so hold on. We may have to raise up the tripod even more to get it up more. I may move down the picture so you guys can see the full picture. I am really happy with it. I am not going to do a background because I think a background would take away from the picture, and I really have enjoyed working on this picture, guys. So, thank you, Kathy. I really enjoyed that. This book is Mermaid Legends. You can buy it from the author directly on her site. It's creatively new. I think, hold on, guys. Let me put where you can. This is the way the book looks. I'm going to give you guys the... Here's the link to buy it. I'm typing in the link now. To buy the book so you guys can, if you guys feel inclined to purchase it. So I will actually take a photo of that, but let me get out my magical September box. Nope, wrong box. And see where we're gonna head next. I have a pink box. If anybody's wondering, I store the month's themes books in this big ass box. I have a shoe box that I store the books in. I bought this at Century 21. They were like only I think what were they, $7 a piece. So we have Portrait of the Mermaid, World of Fairies, Magical Guinea Pigs, Enchanted Kingdom, Color My Sketchbooks Dragon, Color and Fantasy by Scott Howden, Magical Unicorns and Fairies, Magical Forest, another mermaid book, Joy of Coloring mermaid book, Grimm Fairy Tales, Lumina Chronicles, The Flower Fairies, The Enchantment of Elves, and The Witcher. So these are all the books that are in my Magical September, but I have more than that. It's just that they couldn't fit. Hi, May. We just finished the mermaid picture. You missed the mermaid picture, but I will we should be, I think we'll color out of this one next. The Coloring Fantasy one. This is because I have a lot of books, Robin. Everybody, let's show May what we finished coloring on screen. We just finished coloring the Russian picture, the mermaid child. We finished coloring the mermaid child, May. You missed it, so I'm going to show May the picture that we finished coloring. We did do this one, May. We finished it on camera. I have to fold it so you can see all of it. We used gel pens, Holbeins, Prismas, Polys. So I put the link up earlier in the stream for to get the books, because now she's selling these in PDF file. So I think because I don't work out of this book, we should work at this book next. So guys, let's choose the... I don't think anybody's really seen this book. This is Color and Fantasy Volume 2. I'm sure I have a flip through of this on the channel. I have more than that, Kathy, but that's just the things that are in the box because I put them... This one started a while ago before I really understood how to put the color together, so... This is Scott Howden's Fairies. It's like a fairy book with fairies. His style. Some of you may not have seen this book. What did you order today, May? Here's one that I started a long time ago. Never finished her, though. It's always interesting to see when you go back in a book and then you see what you not completed. What did you order? There's a Forest Girl 2 coming out. I have to wait for it, May, because I'm on buy-in restriction. Even though there's a book coming tomorrow, it is a Creative Haven book, but it's a home and house book because I happen to like that. Here's a very steampunky one. I think I want to do her, but we'll see what else is in there. This is a fairy. Very much a steampunky one. Easter one. I haven't seen this book. Oh, Tazia would love this picture because it has cupcakes in it. Oh, Tazia is going to hate me for that comment. Watch, I'm going to get it back from her. Yes. No, I'm looking at this book. This book actually has some nice stuff in it. It's a little reminiscent. Some of the pictures remind me of Christine Karen. And a little bit of Selena Fennec. Nice little kitty cat one. I had forgotten I had this book. Could use that one for Halloween. This book is interesting. Oh, this is Harmony. Each of his girls has a name because he has them listed here. There's a list in here like Hannah and Lynn does with her books. I hadn't seen that before. Or guys, we could do something from this book. Where is it? I just had the book 2 in my possession. Not more than 5 minutes ago. Oh no, where did I put my fancy pillow? Or we could do something from A Court of Thorns and Roses. Thank you, May, for posting that up. Hold on, guys. I gotta do something. The court is coming out. I'm getting a low button. That is not good when we get the low button. I don't like when that happens. Oh no, this happens every time I put this cord in. Or we can put one of these in. Oh, you can use watercolor in this book, Raquel. I don't think I've seen you here, Raquel, before. So, I know somebody was working on this picture. But you guys know that I work with pencils and fine liners and do different things. There was a picture very similar to this in the Outlander picture. So I think I colored, what did I color? I colored this in the front pages. Rita Brown colors a lot in this book. You know her as RB Dreams Art. She colors a lot in this book. So she colors a lot in this book. And I started coloring this in. I still need to color this deer in. And I need to finish doing the white in this thing in here. I'm not sure if this is leaves or snow, but I think this is leaves, so I need to color all this little stuff green too in it. So, but I may color that in a different time. But then you got things like this. You got this with a lot of details in it. So, I've got the Game of Thrones coloring book too in it. I know Rita Brown colors a lot in this book. But someone today was coloring in this book using watercolors. I forget who I saw coloring in this book using watercolors. Yes. Be careful of May because she sometimes will lure you into her corner. So I'm thinking I want to color this because this has flowers in it. You know, normally I wouldn't, but I want to color in this one picture. For some reason, someone colored in this today, and I loved what they were doing with their colors in it. I think we're going to color in this. I think this is the picture we're going to color in. But there's a lot of pretty pictures in this book. Like, this picture scared, like, even though it's big, it scares me. I don't like those tritone pencils. I tried to color with those tritone pencils. I could never get the shading right on them. You know, that's my thing with it. This picture, this is beautiful. I love this book, but it scares me in a way that it shouldn't scare me, but it does scare me. But I think we should color this. Guys. So. Bring me out my luminance. Let's bring out my small luminance pencils. What color is this? This is grass green too. I like dark greens. Someone said they didn't like dark greens. Did Tazia color in this one? Tazia colored in this one. I don't want to color in the same picture if she colored in the same picture. If Tazia colored, yes, it's possible, Robin, to zoom in. You guys may like it better if I zoom in. Been using my other hand. Guys, someone told me that Tazia has been coloring the same picture. So I don't want to color in the same picture that somebody else is coloring in. I got a book instead, guys. It doesn't have a whole lot of pages, and I haven't even done a flip through, guys. Okay? Now, this book you get on Etsy, it is called Majenka Swatojanek by Vladislava Shafra Hans. Now, some of you may have seen this picture on Facebook. There's a picture going around on Facebook. Belinda did this picture. This is a picture that came with the book. Now, many of you may have seen this on Belinda's channel, and this is the book that it comes from, believe it or not. Yep, this is the picture that Belinda's been coloring. It came with this book. So, you can also purchase this via the author's Etsy site. This book is called, in English, I will give you the English translation for this, because she gave me an English translation with this book. It is called May, Johnny, and the Mystery of the Firefly Birth. These pictures are absolutely stunning. I'm going to read you the story. Now, some of you may have seen this on Color with Claire, the site, so this gives you the story. It's actually a really pretty story. She tells you it in English. Oh my God. So, you get a beautiful picture. She signed it. And it's about two young people who find love during the firefly ceremony. And it's also about a little girl who was found mysteriously in this bush. But if you are good, it will give you lots of love and prosperity. That is the story in the native language. Here are the pictures. It is a very thin book, but the paper is beautiful. I'm going to read you the story. So, here's the story. May, Johnny, and the Mystery of the Firefly Birth. The warmth and the scent of the earth radiate from the still warm ground. It is slowly getting dark. The first star lit up on the sky. It blinks like a bright eye, showing us that this evening isn't going to be like any other. Human laughter resonates far and wide, and even the children don't have to go to bed early today. Boys are preparing for the wood for the campfire, and the girls jingle with their merry voices. And those who wish to get rich set off to the woods to find the blossom of the fern, which will lead them to a treasure. No, nobody will fall asleep tonight. A miraculous night full of magic is awaiting us. Everyone is full of excitement, waiting for the moment when the earth opens. The March fairies are already dancing in the forest, and if a man has a good heart, they will lead them to the treasure. If their soul is not pure, they will lead them to the marsh. The world got completely dark. Grandmothers took off to collect the magical herbs that would help them cure maladies for the whole next year. The girls hurried right behind them because they wanted to collect herbs too, though they had other intentions with it. The boys had already lit the fire, and those who were not collecting herbs gathered around it. Children were running and whooping. Grandfathers were sitting around and smoking their pipes. The young men were restlessly looking around, waiting for their lovers. The midsummer night was in full flow, and that was the time when my story took place. 18 years ago, a little girl was born in a cottage in the foothills of the Somava Mountains. Her mom died soon after giving birth, and the girl never got to know her dad. She grew up as an orphan. An old woman, an herbalist, took care of her, and because she was born on the 1st of May, she was named May. May like that. Yep, where do you think I got the book from? May. Who do you think enabled the book, May? She was very clever and soon learned everything that they taught her. When she reached the age of 15, the old woman who took care of her died, and May was left alone in the cottage. She grew into a beautiful young woman. Tonight she was getting ready to collect the magical herbs. The midsummer night was a great event for her, and she always dressed nicely. She wore her festive dress and set out for the journey. She gathered flowers and made a wreath. She believed, like all girls, that a wreath made on a midsummer night contains magical power and will get her a young man. It was an extraordinary evening. She had walked this path before, yet tonight it felt like the first time. Excuse me, guys, but I gotta take a sip of water. She reached the forest, which made way for her. It seemed strange, but she felt the urge to enter. After only a few steps, a fairy with butterfly wings appeared in front of her. She was very beautiful and sparkled like a star on the sky. The fairy tried to say something, but her speech was too quiet and simple and too similar to the tinkle of a jingle bell. After a while, she flew up and took off. The only thing left was small white lights guiding May deeper into the forest. Meanwhile, the mill house is full of life. The miller is a jolly fellow, telling one story after another. The miller's son with the other mill workers are sitting around the fire. The youngest of the sons is named Johnny, most likely because he was born on a midnight summer night, which is also called St. John's Day. He hasn't been left very lucky with his life so far. He always felt pushed aside. Not being as strong as his older brothers, he isn't suited for the mill work. Johnny prefers to read books, which is, according to his father, wasted time. Books are the path to intelligence and understanding, says his grandmother. She is the only one who understands. But she isn't there today because she is collecting herbs with her daughter. The older brothers are soon to get married and aren't short of girls, but Johnny hasn't found a girl to fall in love yet with. The flames are blazing very high and the boys are jumping over the fire. The mill is shaking with laughter. Johnny is sitting inside and watching the joy from the distance. Suddenly a white butterfly is landing on his arm. After a while it flutters its wings and flies off again, leaving only little sparkles behind. The sparkles circle above Johnny's head, showing him a path outside the landscape. Johnny doesn't hesitate a minute. He leaves the mill and walks across the dam of the pond, arriving at the meadow near the village. Voices can be heard. The midsummer festivities are in full swing. Here, too, the youth is jumping over the flames. Farther away, the girls are throwing wreaths into the river. Johnny crosses the bridge and enters the woods. The forest seems different today. Even though Johnny knows it like the back of his hand, he doesn't recognize the path he is walking on. He follows the tinkling between the trees. When he reaches the source of it, he doesn't believe his own eyes. There is a glade with small dancing fairies, and on the other side of the glade appears the most beautiful girl he ever saw. Johnny stares at her, astonished, unable to move. Suddenly a lightning flashed above the glade. There was a spark which formed 1,000 little stars. The time froze for a moment. The ground shook. The fairy stopped dancing. The land went quiet. In the silence, only the beats of two young hearts could be heard. People who were nearby, holding their breaths, saw magnificent light shining on the sky. The unearthly peace was the work of no one less than Miss Love. We left May when small lights were guiding her farther into the forest. She also heard the gentle tinkling. When she arrived at the end of the forest and into the glade with the dancing fairies, she caught sight of the most handsome young man she had ever seen. Love always finds the right time, and it hasn't left this couple ever since. It stayed with them like the memory of St. John's night when a miracle happened, forever uniting two lonely souls into one. Something else happened that night too. The lightning was so great that it dispersed in all directions, striking every beetle flying around the glade. Since then, they have made light. In the honor of the miraculous night, they are called fireflies or lightning bugs. To this day, they fly around warm evenings, but they are very rare. They remind us that there is still love left in the world, and that we should keep nourishing it in our hearts, passing it on to the next generations. If love vanished, it would kill even the last fireflies, and we could never allow that. That is the story of this coloring book, which is like, I think the name of it is in English, May, Johnny, and the Mystery of the Firefly Birth. So these are the pictures to it. So you see this lovely picture, this one, and you can buy this on Etsy on her website, the author's website. May probably, if you've got to Color with Claire's channel, she has the link, so I'm sure May can get us the link, because May's extraordinary like that. I like this pic, Two Young Lovers. These are her other books, which this one I have. This one is the other one that I have of hers, so. Plus, if you notice, she signed it. Just gonna put that back in. What should I color with? Luminance are nice. We haven't colored in those with a while. I haven't colored with my luminance in a while. I haven't colored with those in a while. So, this is the first page. And we're coloring with luminance. And this color is Spring Green, but this is luminance. And I will tell you guys, this book is absolutely beautiful. It is really nice. It is taking my luminance extremely well. Some books do not take my luminance well at all. Don't worry, May. I'll see if I can find it. I'll just go to my purchases page. Sometimes you just need to go to the purchase page. And of course I got a notification. There you go. I found it, May. That's where you can purchase this book. I had to just go to my purchases page. Sometimes it's easier to find the stores that you buy something from over there. I will tell you that shipping is very, very expensive for this book though, because you're getting it from another country, so just keep that in mind if you want this book. Big sharpener. I'm going to test that with these pencils because it does look like it has a big enough spot for them. Gives me a nice point, but it gives me a little point on them. Now I will take this book because this has a magic component to it, fairies are magic, so they are involved in the story of this book, so therefore it is a magic book, so therefore this counts. I will take Doria's Song, I will take Enchanted Forest, Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, and Magical Jungle for this one's color along, which is Magical September. And I am using Luminance, and this color is grass green. It is not grass green, but spring green. I like bright colors, cheerful colors. You know, that's just me though, but not everybody's going to have the same idea of what cheerful colors means to them. And this is grass green. Glad you guys liked the video today. I really am. Honest to God, I did not think we were going to finish the mermaid today. But okay, thank you, May. And don't worry, guys, about the shortness of the pencils. I have some of the colored pencils, so don't worry about them. If my pencils get too short. I have some of the pencils in duplicates. Not all of them, but don't worry, guys. I have plenty of pencils if we run out of pencils that are close enough. I'm sure I can find a pencil that's close enough in color and dimension. Burnt ochre. Okay, here's brown. This is burnt ochre. Really, when do I use burnt ochre? I don't really get to use my luminance much. You know, when I first started using my luminance, I was pretty hard on them. But since I've become a little less, and I've become a lot less heavy-handed and more light-handed with my pencils, I seem to find that I'm enjoying different pencils more. Hey Phoenix, we finished the mermaid picture, so now we're coloring in another book. I'm using my luminance, so I normally don't use these pencils, but I'm in the mood to use them. What color is this? English green. And what color is this? them, guys. I just want to test the two colors. Because I want to color this, but I'm not sure what color. That's nice. That's a more foresty green. Sometimes you need to see what the picture's gonna. It's a really nice green too. I think I like the English green for this picture. Hold on, guys. Let me get my M and R. Now, one thing about me though, guys, is that I've noticed the difference in the way that my motion goes when I color. That's okay, Tammy. We're still here. We finished the mermaid picture, and so then we went on to May Johnny. This book is the English translates to May Johnny and the Firefly and the Mystery of the Firefly Bird. It's another one of my foreign books, and we're coloring with my luminance. So I like coloring with these luminants now more than I did when I first got them. And I'm not going even full pressure on them. I will need my Prisma for the skin though, for the baby skin though. Just like these. This color is English green, but I'm going lighter hand with my pressure than just pouring it on. But sometimes if you go too heavy with them, you will break your pencils, and you don't want to go too so heavy that you break the pencils. This color is burnt sienna. This was too dark of a color, but that's okay. Sometimes a dark color is okay. Well, you know, Phoenix, if you do what I do, buy a small set, then see if you like how they work. If you don't like them, you don't have to buy them or keep them. You could always give them to somebody who would like them. But they are an investment. I'll tell you guys, pencils are an investment when you're buying them. Now, at first I didn't like them. Now that I've come to like them, I like them more. Not all pencils you're going to like right away. Pencils are an investment. See, Sammy? Nice sharp pen. See, Samantha? Color and chat with Sammy? Psst. Nice sharp point. For those who don't know, me and Sammy have this little thing going on. Where Sammy goes, I love color blunt pencils, but sometimes you do need a sharp pencil. Because I'm not a light-handed colorist, dust goes all over the place. So guys, we're gonna go 20 more minutes to 4:45 today, and then we're gonna end the stream. So 20 more minutes on stream. So that way with I have this, but it doesn't like all my pencils. I bought this, guys. It doesn't like all my pencils. Like, it doesn't like my luminance. It can't fit my luminance. Let me show you. See, it doesn't like the luminance. Can't fit the luminance in there. The luminance is too big. M&Rs are great for luminance, guys, and so is the Faber-Castell Trio sharpener for luminance. These also are really good, guys. If your pencils start to get short, these are also good for luminance pencils because they fit them. And not a lot of extenders fit these. So if you want to, when your pencils are getting shorter. These are pencil extenders. If you don't have them, get them, because when pencils go short, the extenders are lifesavers. Sometimes I have to move the thing to color. I think I'm going to color this part and then we're going to be done, guys, because we've been on for almost, I think, a little more than 2 hours. Is that correct? Pebbles? I don't know what are you talking about, pebbles? Are you talking about Pablo's? I don't have Pablo's, so I can't tell you the difference. I think the main difference is that I'm not entirely sure because I don't have that. I think Charlene would be able to answer that because she has Pablo's and Luminance. I think one is oil-based and the other is wax-based. I think that's what you meant to say, right? Phoenix, Pablo's. Deb, how are you? We finished the mermaid picture, so now we're on to the new picture. But we're only going to stay on for a little bit more until I finish this picture. I told the story that's behind this book. There's a story behind this book, and I had read it earlier, so. I hate white space. I always leave white space. I don't know why. I'm good. We did a longer stream today than normal. Okay, guys. Oh no, I have to do this whole part. Wait. I like to finish so I don't forget what colors I use, because I always forget. This color is, I believe, burnt ochre and the luminance. I have it on the side because it's easier for me to color this way. Okay, guys, that is where we will end this stream today. So, guys, I want to thank you all for coming so much to this stream. I have enjoyed this immensely. Thank you for enjoying it, and we will continue this page tomorrow afternoon. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Bye, everybody.